Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Ark Survival Ascended, where I have been grinding, because in the last episode we decided to pick a fight with some wyverns, and it didn't go quite how we were hoping to. You know, we immediately lost the dinosaurs we tamed, so we need to get a bit more powerful. So I've started construction on this, and it's been a big project so far, and it's still got quite a way to go, but it's going to be a giant, like, dinosaur training arena, where we can bring our dinosaurs into here, you know, use it to breed them up, get good mutations, get good stats, and all round have good things happen. So yeah, basically right now I've just got the foundation, really. So this is the footprint of it. It is absolutely massive. But yeah, it's going to have the walls built up, and it's sort of going to have double thick wall. If you guys have seen How to Train Your Dragon, I'm sure you have. If you haven't, go watch it. Great franchise. But there's they've got like a dragon training arena in it in those films, and I'm sort of basing the design off of that. So we've got to work out how tall to make the walls, and it's got to look good both from the inside and from over here. And you see, like, I think 4, that looks like enough for the inside, but would it look weird from over here? I don't think it would. I think we go 4 on the inside, and then we also want to have the walls extending all the way down to the ground, so it looks like a solid, like, piece of rock that's been built up over generations of people, you know? So, yeah, so it's going to be extended all the way up there, and then also going all the way down. Oh, are we not going to be able to reach that? We're not going to be able to reach that, are we? Is this going to be annoying to build? Please don't be annoying to build. Yeah, okay. Can our griffin come down to us? Ooh, I mean, look at how, look, it absolutely dwarfs our little star. It dwarfs most of our base, to be fair. Yeah, I've pretty much completely moved out of here. In fact, I should probably start dismantling it, because the only thing I still have over here is this forge, which we can just move over to a temporary spot over there until we make a permanent place for it. But yeah, I'll have to get rid of that at some point. Yeah, let's see if we can get these walls in, so that we can work out how many it's going to take at least. So we want to get our walls, and then, come on. Oh, it's going to be tricky to get the right snap points, but that should be good, and then we should be able to place the rest from the ground, surely, right? Just like this. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Going all the way down into the ground. That's like barely anything, but may as well. And there we go. Okay, so how much was that? I should have been counting. But yeah, so basically we need to do this all the way around it. And then also do a sort of an inner wall, which we can do... How thick should we make this inner wall? So definitely thicker than that. Probably thicker than that. 3? 3 wide? Yeah, let's fly up and imagine what that will look like. We could probably go a bit wider, to be fair. This will be like the viewing platform, you know? Where we can look down and see what's going on. So let's try 4. Because remember, like, each one foundation, we're technically increasing it by 2, because it's one foundation, like, all the way around, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, actually. I reckon we could probably even go by 1 more. Could we go by 1 more? I think we could. I think we could. This place is massive. So let's try that, pick that up, and then picture it. Honestly, yeah, no, that's probably good. I reckon that's good. Okay, so we need to build this outer wall all the way around, this inner wall all the way around, and then I've also got to fill in the top there with ceilings, the space in between them, I mean, with ceilings. And yeah, and it will be good. It'll be absolutely lovely, I'm sure. Look at this Bronto here. This shows how big it is actually. Look. The Bronto can fit underneath it. Look at that. Alright, I'm gonna probably bring you guys back once I've at least got these outside walls filled in. Alright guys, I've got sort of the general shape of this thing done now, so you can sort of see how it's looking. I think it looks really, really cool. It looks at its best when, like, from over there, when it's all foggy. There's just a few more things with the actual structure itself that we need to finish off. We need to add some stairs down here, because at the moment it's just a doorway that's floating. This is sort of what the entrance looks like. Just a little room in here. Nothing too special. We'll add some more things in here once we get these last structural bits done. But I also want to add almost like a fence almost, going all the way around here. So the way we're doing that is a little bit cheeky. So there was a way, I think there is a way to do this in vanilla, but it would be very involved, and it would involve snaking pillars all the way up, and considering the amount of pillars I've already got underneath this whole structure, I couldn't be bothered doing that. So we're just going to use a cheeky little mod here to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some pillars up here, and we're going to use this move tool, and this is the mod we're using. And we're going to rotate it, and it should be, I believe, the green one. Rotate it 45 degrees. 45 might actually be a bit much. 45's alright. Yeah. What would be half of 45 degrees? Something a bit more complicated, wouldn't it be? It would be 22.5. Let's try 22.5. Yeah, no. You know what, let's just go 45. 45 degree angle. And then we are going to need to move this again. So we take it off of rotate and then move it on the red. There we go. And on the blue. And we just sort of want the corner. We just want the corners to line up. Now that doesn't look right, does it? I kind of don't have a great perspective here, do I? Hang on, here we go. So that's right there. Just move it in. Like that? Oh, it's not quite right. Hang on. This will be a better perspective, actually. I don't know why it's like moving at weird angles. Oh, it's probably because I rotated it. Huh, you know what? Let's try and pick it up. Let's start from scratch. So yeah, place it down. And then if we turn on advanced mode, this might be a mistake. Local position. Yes. Maybe rotate around snap point. And then we rotate. Ah, yeah, that's what we want to do. Okay, 45 degrees. And we want to move it down a little bit, which is the blue. How does that look? There we go. That's what we want. Yep, so we'll do that, and then we'll go... And then we can just snap the rest off of here. So we can go 2... Maybe 3? Did 3 look right? Humdy har. I reckon we go 1 more. But... Actually, no, we don't do 1 more. Maybe we do 1 more. Hang on. Let's have a look at this from a distance. You know what? Maybe we do a few more, actually. Maybe 45 degrees is too steep. I'm having a hard time making up my mind here, if you can't tell, guys. Dear, this is why we experiment. This is why we try, you know? Try different things out. We rotate around snap point. So like I almost feel like we could go... We could go for the 22.5. Right, bear with me, guys. And then we bring it... turn off rotation and bring it down. Okay, like that. And then, hear me out. We pop that there. And we go like that. And we go rotate around snap point. And we rotate it by another 22.5. And then, actually, that one might not even need to move. Does it? How's that look on the top there? Yeah, I like that, actually. Gives a bit of a curvature, you know? And then maybe just go one more poking straight out. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And one more. How does this look from the inside? I feel like it could probably go a bit more even. So currently that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon we go to 5. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then, so we'll do this basically on all of these here, right? Oh. What happens if I just paste? And you know what, that's close enough. So then we go like that, and we go paste. And then we go bam, bam. What's that? Is it one more as well? I think it might be one more. Okay, so we'll do this basically going all the way around, and then in between these, we'll grab our metal ones, and they will be metal thin beams. And they're gonna go connecting them all up like, oh, that's not right. You know, I think I might need to reset this side here. Bear with me, guys. I want to show you guys how I'm going to do this, okay? And then I'll rinse and repeat it. So if I just paste, yeah, that works. Okay. That way they're all the same. And then bam, paste, and then bam, bam, bam. There we go, there we go. And the reason I've used the half pillars rather than the full pillars here, by the way, is so that I can get these little metal bars going closer together. So that we can have even more of them. And really sell that sort of cage effect. Can we do one more at the top there? There we go! And then we'll sort of have this pattern going all the way around so that we have a nice sort of little cage going all the way around. It will look really cool, I think. And then I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think I'm going to leave the top open. There is some things I could do on the top, but I think I'm just going to leave it open. So yeah, I'm going to rinse and repeat that. I'm also going to add some stairs down here, and then we'll see about filling in this, the little room, our little entranceway in here. I've got a few things to put in there, I reckon. Alrighty, everybody. I think this is I've got this at a good place right now. There's always more things I could add, but let me show you guys what we've got. So I'll jump on my griffin to show you guys it from a distance. It's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty cool. I'm happy with it. There's probably some more details I could add here and there, but honestly, this has been such a big project. I think I'm more than happy to call it done. This is what it looks like from a distance. I think it looks really, really cool. Like, actually, this is probably the best weather to view it in as well. I like when it's sort of a bit foggy and a little bit distorted, but anyway. So what was the last thing I showed you guys? I think, yeah. So we've added the stairs out the front here, and a couple of doors. It's actually 3 doors in the front, and there's these little details I've added down here as well. I don't really know what to call them, but they're essentially just little, like, I don't even know really. I just think they're good to add a bit more detail. There's this little thing here. It's meant to be like a little, like almost like a little drain, like a sewage outlet. And I was thinking about adding some more of them into some of these walls, but honestly, I could not be bothered. This thing is massive, and it's been so long in the making. I'll show you guys what we've got going in here. So in here, I've got a bunch of these little, like, what do they call them? Training dummies? Yeah, training dummies, and they've got each of my best armor sets on them, except for this guy, because I didn't have enough polymer. So yeah, in fact, I'm actually gonna... what kind of armor do we want to be wearing? We'll just chuck on some chitin, I guess. Yeah, so anytime I want to come and grab some armor, this is where I'll be storing it. So let's say I want to go into the snow and I need some fur, I can come here and this is my best fur. And I think that's pretty cool. Let's make sure that... Nope, my hat is already hidden. In here I've got sort of a little bit of like a storage room, I guess. And here I've just got a bunch of depot terminals and dino ball stacks for breeding purposes. And then down here, don't really have a whole lot yet. I've got a light, which is incredibly bright. And then I've got these little dino ball storage boxes. So I'm thinking that when I'm breeding things and I'm done breeding things, this is where I can just store a bunch of those old creatures. And then we go out into here. In fact, you know, no, forget you saw that. Wipe that from your mind. Because it looks coolest when you open the door. Da-da-da! I think it looks so cool. Yeah, you can imagine like people standing up there cheering at you as you walk out here. Anyway, out here I've got a few little feeding troughs. I've got a generator, which to show you guys the scale of this, like it doesn't even reach like halfway. This generator, like if I want to do things with that requires power over this thing, I'll need to put down another generator, and then I'll probably need to put one in the middle as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. I made this way too big, probably, but you know what? It's fine. We've got a little embryo incubator and a egg incubator. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it looks so, so cool. And it has taken me so long, so please subscribe. Gotta feel at least it was somewhat worth it. I'll show you guys what it looks like from above as well. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, I really like it. I really, really like it. So what we can use this for is we can use it to just store a whole bunch of creatures and breed them up and make some really, really good creatures with mutations and all the sorts. So if you guys are excited for that, do be sure to subscribe. And yeah, make sure that you come back for the next one. And I'll see you then. Goodbye!